Daisuke Matsusaka pitched 23 years of professional baseball, 16 in Japan and 7 in the United States. He became a legendary figure in Japan in high school. At Yokohama High School, a legendary baseball powerhouse. In 1998, he pitched his high school to the National High School Baseball Invitational Spring Championship. And then he really became legendary in the 1998 Summer High School Championships. In a quarterfinal game, he pitched all 17 innings. It was 250 pitches. In a quarterfinal game, that was after on the previous day he threw 148 pitches and pitched a complete game shutout. On the third day of that tournament, he started the game in left field. Steve fell behind by 6-0, and then they scored 7 runs in the last 2 innings to win that game. He pitched the 9th inning and threw 15 pitches. Yeah, we're at 413 pitches in 3 days. In the tournament final, he kept all that off by pitching a no-hitter, only the second ever, in a final game. Daisuke Matsusaka will lead his 2007 Boston Red Sox into Chicago to play the current Kings of the Hill, the 2005 Chicago White Sox. Here are the starting lineups for today's game. For the Red Sox, Pedroia, Crisp, and Ortiz, Ramirez, Lowell, Drew, Youkilis, Veritek, and Lugo, with Matsusaka on the mound. For the White Sox, Rowan, Iguchi, Koneko, Dai, Posednik, Uribe, Pierzynski, Everett, and Creedy, with Freddie Garcia pitching for Chicago. Freddie Garcia is a grade B pitcher with a Y modifier. I hope I'm not driving you crazy by changing boards today. I think I'll go with the Apba ABNR ML basic boards. That's the Apba Baseball Nostalgic Retro Mail League. Kind of like these boards because it puts them on one page. And they have a few things that are different. They have a rare play randomizer and air number randomizers. Some of their defensive results require an extra dice roll, but I can do that. All right, here we go. Dustin Pedroia steps into the box for the Red Sox. Let's get this game started. Freddie Garcia will try to keep the ball down to Pedroia. Nobody loves a high fastball more than Dustin Pedroia. 3-3 roll to Pedroia, and that is going to be a hit column roll on the first roll of the game. 63 is a leadoff double by Dustin Pedroia. Right away, the Red Sox have a runner in scoring position before the fans are in their seats. Garcia peers in, gets the sign. Here's a stretch in the pitch to Coco Crisp. 3-6 is a 14. That's going to be a base on balls. First 2 Red Sox have reached. First and second, nobody out. That brings up David Ortiz, 332 with 35 homers in 2007. Ortiz rolls a 3-4. That's a fly ball to center field. Both teams are fielding column 1, and their center fielders are fielding column 1. That's a fly out, and the runners hold. 1 gone. Here is Manny Ramirez. Ramirez hits a ground ball to first base, fielded by Paul Konerko, who flips to Garcia covering for the second out. Pedroia goes to third, and Coco Crisp is at second base. But now there are 2 outs, and Mike Lowell comes to bat. He rolls a 5-3. Lowell hits a slow roller to Creedy at third. The throw to first is not in time. Base hit for Creedy and an RBI. Pedroia scores, and Coco Crisp goes to third. Red Sox go up 1-0 in the first inning. First and third, Boston. That brings up J.D. Drew. We need a new dice roll. And here's the pitch to Drew. 3-1 roll is a 14. Base on balls, loading the bases. Here's Kevin Youkilis, 288 hitter. He has an opportunity to blow this game open in the first. So far, the Red Sox have only one run, but they've had a lot of traffic. Bases are juiced. Here's the pitch. 4-3 roll is a comebacker. Hit back to Garcia, the throw to first for the third out. That's the end of the inning. One run on 2 hits. They left them loaded. Boston won, and Chicago coming to bat. All right, Daisuke Matsusaka is a grade C X pitcher, and he's pitching to Aaron Juan for the White Sox. First roll is a 21. That's a fly ball hit to the right fielder, J.D. Drew, who makes the catch. One gone in the first for the Pale Hose. Tadahito Iguchi rolls a 2-6, and that's a swing and a miss. Daisuke strikes out Iguchi for a strikeout. Paul Konerko draws a base on balls. Sox have a runner on first, 2 gone, and here's Jermaine Dye. Dye rolls a 1-2, and that's a ground ball to second baseman Pedroia, whose sidearm throws to Youkilis at first. That ends the first inning. No runs, no hits, and 1 left. Top of the second, 1-0 Red Sox. All right, the captain, Jason Varitek, leads off for Boston. And here's a pitch from Freddie Garcia. 1-4 roll is a fly ball lifted to the left side. Scott Poseidnik is tracking and makes the catch. 1 out. Here is Julio Lugo. He rolls a 4-1, and that's a ground ball to third base. Joe Crede throws out Julio Lugo. Top of the order, Dustin Pedroia. 6-6 roll for Pedroia. That's a hit column roll. And 2-5 is another double for Pedroia. He is 2 for 2 with two baggers. He's in scoring position for Coco Crisp. Crisp rolls a 2-6. Ground ball to third base. Crede will end the inning as he throws out Coco Crisp. No runs on a hit. 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. Red Sox leave the White Sox 1-0. All right, Scott Poseidnik leads off for the White Sox. He's another guy who played for the Royals for a year or two. I enjoyed watching him. Very talented player. Hit 290 for Chicago in 05. Swings the bat from the left side. Here's the pitch. 3-2 is a ground ball to second baseman Pedroia. 1 out. Here's Juan Uribe. He rolls a 54 that's lifted to right field. J.D. Drew to his left is under it and picks it out of the sky. 2 outs. A.J. Pierzynski. 3-4 roll for him is a fly out to center field. So 3 up and 3 down for the White Sox in the second inning. Go to the top of the third. 1-0 Boston. All right, Big Papi, David Ortiz leads off for Boston in the third. 6-2 roll is a base on balls. Ortiz takes first. Slow runner will play it safe on the base pass with slow runners unless they stay otherwise. Manny Ramirez lifts a fly ball deep to center field. It's going to be room for Aaron Rowan, and he makes the catch. 1 out. Runner holds it first. Mike Lowell. Lowell rolls a 3-5. Lowell hits a line drive to left field. It's going to fall in front of Poseidnik for a base hit. Ortiz holds at second. First and second, Red Sox. Look at the base runners. That is their 4th hit. J.D. Drew comes to bat. All right, here's the pitch to Drew, and it's an excuse me swing little dribbler picked up by Garcia. His only play is going to be to first base, with Ortiz going to third, Lowell going to second. Second and third, Boston now 2 outs. The batter is Kevin Youkilis. Youkilis hit in the first inning with the bases loaded and grounded out to the pitcher. He holds that bat high, up close to his ear. Here's a delivery from Freddie Garcia. 5-5 roll is an 8. Ball is popped up to shallow center field and caught by Aaron Rowland, and that strands 2 runners. No runs on a hit. No errors, 2 left. Bottom of the third, Boston 1 and Chicago nothing. All right, we're playing American League Ballpark using DHs today, and Chicago's DH, Carl Everett, leads off against Daisuke Matsusaka. Everett rolls a 3-2, and that's a ground ball to Pedroia at second base. Throws out Carl Everett. 1 out, Joe Creedy, third baseman. Joe Creedy gets a pitch, lines it to the left center field alley. It's going to roll the wall, and Creedy will settle into second base with a 1-out double. First hit for the White Sox, first time they've got somebody in scoring position. Top of the order to Aaron Rowland. Rowland rolls a 4-5, which is a base on balls. First and second, Chicago, 1 out. Tadahito Iguchi, he's got some power, 15 home runs. Iguchi hits it to Lowell, who throws to Pedroia, over to Euclid. It's a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. No runs on a hit. We go to the top of the fourth. Red Sox lead by 1. The captain, Jason Varitek, leads off the fourth for Boston. He flew out to left field his first time up. This time it's a ground ball to the first baseman, Konerko, who takes it to the bag himself. 1 out unassisted. Here's shortstop Julio Lugo. Lugo rolls a 3-1 roll, and that's going to be a base on balls. Fast runner at first with 1 out. Top of the order, and Dustin Pedroia. Pedroia rolls a 3-6, and that's going to be ball 4. Red Sox have first and second. They've got only 1 run in this game. They've left 6 runners stranded. They got first and second with 1 out here. Pedroia's at first, Lugo's at second, and Coco Chris steps into the box. Coco Chris rolls a 4-4 roll. That's a play result 8. Popped up on the infield, Mike Lowell is taking charge, calls for it, and makes the catch. 2 gone, and here is Big Papi, David Ortiz. Ortiz rolls a 3-5. Ortiz hits a liner in front of Jermaine Dye and right, base hit. That will score, well, not score Varitek from third. He is a slow runner. Yeah, he is ready to slow, so bases loaded with 2 gone. Here's Manny Ramirez. Emma Ramirez hits a ground ball to Iguchi at second base. That's going to end the inning 4-3. No runs, 1 hit, and they leave the bases loaded again like they did in the first inning. Red Sox have had lots of opportunities. There's only 1 run to show for it. Bottom of the fourth, 1-0 Boston. Numbers 3, 4, and 5 due to hit for Chicago. The meat of their order, Konerko, Dye, and Posednik. Daisuke goes into the windup, and here is the pitch from Matsusaka. 1-5 roll is a 8 against a C pitcher. Ground ball hit hard through the hole in the right field. Base hit for Paul Konerko. He's slow. We'll play it safe with him. Jermaine Dye. Jermaine Dye rolls a 6-2. Ground ball to second base. Pedroia goes to shortstop Lugo for the out there. The flow first, not in time. It's a fielder's choice for Jermaine Dye. He's a runner at first now. He has average speed. We're not playing it safe now. Scott Posednik rolls a 5-5 roll. Posednik pops it up near third base. Caught by Joe Creedy. 2 gone. Here is Juan Uribe. Uribe rolls a 6-1, which is a fly out the right field, so no runs. On a hit, 1 left. Top of the 5th inning, Red Sox 1, White Sox nothing. All right, Freddie Garcia is ready to pitch to 28 batters. He has stranded several base runners, so he's going to get to that fatigue point fairly quickly in 6 batters. Here's a pitch to Mike Lowell. 1-2 roll is a ground ball to second base. Tadahito Iguchi throws to first. And the Sox get Mike Lowell out for the first time. He is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Batter is J.D. Drew. Drew rolls a 4-1. Ground ball to first base. Picked by Kaneko. He goes to the bag unassisted. 2 outs. And now Kevin Youkilis, who has stranded 5 runners on base in his at-bats. He rolls a 1-2 roll, and that's a ground out to second base. Boston's done in the top of the 5th. 3 up and 3 down. We're halfway through. Red Sox 1, White Sox nothing. Now, so far, Boston's had 5 hits and 5 walks, but only 1 run to show for it. Chicago just 2 hits and 2 walks. Juan Uribe leads off for the White Sox. And Uribe strokes a single to center field. Well, it should not be Uribe. I got my cards out of order. Anthony Pierzynski gets a 5-5 roll. That's an 8 against a C pitcher. That's a base hit for Pierzynski. Here's the DH, Carl Everett. And Everett draws ball 4. Chicago has 2 base runners and nobody out. Joe Creedy, the third baseman from Jefferson City, Missouri. Here's the pitch to Creedy. Creedy slaps it back to the pitcher, Daisuke Matsusaki, pretty good fielder for a pitcher, who goes to second, over to first for a 1-6-3 double play. Pierzynski goes to third, but now there's 2 outs. And top of the order to Aaron Rowan. Rowan rolls a 3-6 roll. Pop up on the infield. First baseman Kevin Youkilis calls for it and makes the grab. 3 outs. No runs on a hit. 1 left. Top of the 6th inning, Boston 1, Chicago nothing. All right, if we get to the 4th hit in this inning, Freddie Garcia will reach his fatigue point. Jason Varitek leads off for Boston. 5-2 roll is a ground ball to Joe Creedy at third base. Throw across the diamond. 1 out. Here's a shortstop, Julio Lugo. Lugo gets a hit, 0 result, and now the next roll is a 4-2. It's going to be a double for the Red Sox shortstop, Julio Lugo. Top of the order, and Dustin Pedroia, 2 doubles and a walk today. Garcia will need to be careful here. Pedroia's roll is a 3-4. That's a fly ball to center field. Caught by Aaron Rowan, 2 outs. Coco Chris, and now Garcia reaches his fatigue point. Chris rolls a 5-5 roll. That's a base hit for Coco Chris, and that'll drive in Julio Lugo with the Red Sox second run. 2 out RBI single. And suddenly we've got 2 marks against Freddie Garcia's fatigue because of run counts as well as a hit. Big Papi, David Ortiz, due to bat. Our White Sox will go to the pen. Chicago will bring in Neil Kotz. He is a grade AC pitcher. XY strikeout modifiers with a W. 2 outs, 2 on. Neil Kotz will be pitching to Manny Ramirez. Here's the delivery. 2-3 roll is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Kotz limits the damage. 1 run on 2 hits. 2 left. Bottom of the 6th inning, Boston 2, White Sox 0. All right, Daisuke Matsusuki returns to the mound. He's ready to pitch to 27 batters. And he has only pitched to 19 so far, so he's fresh as a daisy. And Tadahito Iguchi steps into the box for the White Sox. Iguchi's 0 for 2, struck out and grounded into a double play. But he gets a 5-5 roll here. That's a base hit for Iguchi on the 8-play result against the C pitcher. Fast runner at first. Here's now the meat of the order. Konerko and Dye. I think 71 home runs between them, 40 and 31. Konerko rolls a 1-6. Konerko hits it on the ground to the shortstop. Julio Lugo, feeling calm, 2. We need an extra dice roll. Let's see, a 1-3 roll is going to be out of first, run to second. 4-6 roll will be out at second and safe at first. So 1-3 is out at first, the runner goes to second. And that brings up Jermaine Dye, who rolls a 4-6, swing and a miss, strike 3. Jermaine Dye will have to grab some bench. 2 outs, Scott Posednik, who was 0 for 2 today. He rolls a 2-2 roll. Line drive to left field in front of Manny Ramirez. That's going to score the runner. And the White Sox get on the board. It's now Boston 2, Chicago 1. Brings up Jose Uribe, who was fly to right twice. Uribe gets a 3-3 roll. That's a 6. There's a line drive down the left field line into the corner. Scott Posednik has a lot of speed. He rounds third and scores. Uribe settles in at second base with an RBI double. And the game is tied 2-2. A.J. Pierzynski comes back and hits a ground ball to Youkilis at first base, who steps on the bag unassisted. But the Pelhos get 2 runs on 3 hits. And we go to the 7th inning, all tied up, 2-2. All right, Neil Kotz pitched to 2 batters in the last inning. He's going to come back out and pitch some more, but this will be his fatigue point. Mike Lowell will lead off for the Red Sox, followed by J.D. Drew and Kevin Youkilis. Got a brand new ball game here. 5-6 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Lowell will have to take a seat. 1 out. J.D. Drew. J.D. Drew gets a 3-3 roll. That's going to be a hit column roll. The next roll is 3-6. A double for J.D. Drew. All right, Bobby Jenks has been working in the Chicago bullpen, and they're going to bring him in as soon as I find him. Kotz goes out. He pitched 1 inning. He's responsible for the runner at second base. And Bobby Jenks is the new Chicago pitcher, 2.75 ERA, grade B reliever with a K strikeout modifier. Jenks is a power pitcher, and he's right-handed, so he'll get the 1 level bump up for Youkilis only. So he's grade A pitcher, pitching to Kevin Youkilis with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. 2-1, let's see. We're on the purple die, 4-6 roll. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 outs. Here's Jason Varitek. Varitek rolls a 4-3, and that's a comebacker back to the pitcher Jenks. Throws to first. 3 outs, no runs on a hit, 1 left. 7th inning stretch time. Red Sox 2, White Sox 2. All right, Matsusaka returns for the 7th inning. His fatigue point comes with the second batter. Carl Everett leads off for the White Sox. Here's the pitch to Carl Everett. Everett strokes a base hit. Leadoff single. And let's see his average speed at first base. Joe Creedy, 22 homers in 2005. Creedy rolls a 3-1, which is a base on balls. And that's 1 mark against Matsusaka's fatigue. First 2 runners on. He ran into trouble last inning, giving up 2 runs to the White Sox. All right, Boston goes to the pen. They're going to bring in 6'8" Kyle Snyder, grade B YW pitcher. He'll be a grade A YW pitcher, pitching to Aaron Rowland for 1 batter only. All right, the tall reliever goes into his stretch and he delivers. Strike 3 to Aaron Rowland. Tadaichi Iguchi. Iguchi rolls a A base hit. Runners will advance 2 bases. The runner at second, Everett, scores. RBI for Iguchi. He's at first. And Creedy is at third. First and third, White Sox lead 3-2. Gucci caught stealing next roll. Creedy at third, and Paul Kaneko is the batter. Infield playing deep with 2 outs. Pitch to Kaneko is a swing and a miss for strike 3. White Sox get the go-ahead run in on 3 hits. They've had 6 hits in the last 2 innings. Top of the 8th, White Sox 3, Boston 2. Dustin Hermanson is going to be called on by the White Sox to pitch the top of the 8th inning. He's a grade A, Z pitcher. Chicago's got a strong, deep bullpen. Red Sox bullpen's not bad. Julio Lugo will lead off for Boston, and now they've been leading the whole game. Now they trail by a run. Lugo rolls a 2-4, which is a ground ball back to Hermanson, the throw to first. He's the first out. New batter is Dustin Pedroia. Pedroia rolls a 5-6. Pop up on the infield, shortstop Juan Uribe calls for it and makes the catch. Brings up Coco Crisp. He's 1 for 3 on the day, also reached by a walk. And Coco Crisp swings and misses, strike 3. 3 up and 3 down for the Red Sox in the 8th. 3-2 Chicago. All right, for Boston, Hideki Okajima will come in to pitch the last of the 8th inning. 3-2 with a 2.22 earned run average. He'll be facing Jermaine Dye, Scott Pasudnik, and Juan Uribe. 4-4 roll is a 8 against an A pitcher. Ground out to second base. Dye is out. He goes 0-for-4 in the game. Scott Pasudnik. Pasudnik rolls a 2-5. That's a 11. Scotty Bowe lines a base hit, and he will steal second on the next pitch. Pasudnik's 2-for-4. Juan Uribe. 2-2 roll for Uribe. Line drive to right field. J.D. Drew giving chase. Pasudnik will score from second. Uribe holds at first with an RBI signal, and it is now White Sox 4, Red Sox 2. A.J. Pierzynski. High pop-up on the infield between the catcher and the pitcher. Veritek waves his arms and calls for it, and he makes the catch. 2 gone. Batter is Carl Everett, the DH. He rolls also a 6-5, and that's also the same thing. Foul out to the catcher. 1 run on 2 hits. We go to the 9th. White Sox 4, Red Sox 2. All right, new pitcher for Chicago is Cliff Polite, AC pitcher, X modifier, 7-1, 2.0 ERA. Hermanson was the primary closer, but this is the way I'm going to do it. Ortiz is the batter in the 9th. It's going to be Ortiz, Ramirez, and Lowell. Meat of the Red Sox order. The Red Sox are down by 2. All right, Cliff Polite. Here's the pitch. 3-6 is a base on balls to David Ortiz. He's walked 3 times today. Brings up Manny Ramirez, and Manny Ramirez represents the potential tying run. He hits a ground ball to the pitcher Polite, who goes to first for the out. Ortiz goes to second. His run's not important, so we're still going to play it safe with him. Mike Lowell's the batter. Mike Lowell rolls a 3-2 roll. That's going to be a ground ball to second base. Tohito Iguchi throws out Mike Lowell. Ortiz goes to third. Last chance for the Red Sox is J.D. Drew. Polite working from the stretch. Here's the delivery. There's a drive to the gap in the right. 2 hops up against the wall. Ortiz scores. J.D. Drew goes to second with his second double of the game. Red Sox close to within 1. 4-3 White Sox. Tying runs on second base. Kevin Youkilis comes to the plate. Pulley from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Called third strike. Youkilis not happy. He believes that ball was outside. But he's not going to win that argument. And that's the ball game. Final score, the Chicago White Sox 4, Boston Red Sox 3. Here's the line score for today's game. The Boston Red Sox scored 3 runs on 9 hits and no errors. Took a while for the Chicago offense to get going, but they scored 4 runs on 11 hits and no errors. Okajima takes the loss for Boston. Hermanson gets the win for Chicago. Polite gets a save. Star of the game today was Juan Uribe, who went 2 for 4 with a double, single, 2 RBIs, and he drove in the winning run. Juan Uribe is the MVP of today's game. Chicago now is 2-0 as Kings of the Hill. They'll try to go 3-0. They'll take on the 2008 Philadelphia Phillies next. We're at the 4th pitching spot in the pitching rotations. I'm thinking about making that a bull game, a bullpen game for the Phillies. Their 4th pitcher is a D-rated pitcher. So it might be a bullpen game for Philadelphia. Also, Tadahito Iguchi was on both teams. So let's do a roll. Actually, he was not a starter with the Phillies. So he will play for the White Sox. He was a starter for the White Sox. And he will not be available to the Phillies. All right, that will wrap it up here today. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and God bless. Final score, White Sox 4 and the 07 Red Sox 3.